Well, I first started out my senior year. I decided I was going to become a dentist. So I went into dentistry. That was my first major. And I knew that I wasn't cut out for science. So I changed my major and I changed to social work. And then at some point I didn't feel it, you know, like I
Okay.
didn't feel like, you know, like that's what I wanted to do. You go to college for something you want to do,
Right.
something you love doing.
But you can still change it.
And you can still change it, yeah. Say you're in the middle of a semester or middle of a quarter, and you decide, you know what, I want to do this instead. And you can change it. You know, it'll take a little bit longer, but, you know, it's up to you. You want to go that route, that's perfectly fine to go that route. At the time, I didn't have money to go to straight four-year university, you know. So I went community college route because they offered financial aid to students who were low income, you know, whose backgrounds, like their parents didn't go to college, first generation college students, I guess you could say. And I was one of those. I grew up in a family where my parents stressed to us that education is important and that education is the only way to succeed in life or to have something. So I kind of, you know, I thought about it. You know, my dad, especially my dad, kept telling us, you know, what is important, you know. So I said, okay. So I did. I decided to go to community college. Community college, you do all your prerequisite classes. So basically, prerequisite means is you do all your lower division classes that you need to get, you know, to finish your degree for. So I finished up all my prerequisite classes at community college. It was cheaper to do it at community college. And then when I got to the university, I went straight into my major, like the classes, doing all my upper division classes. And it's a really big difference, you know. I came to find out that this quarter because it's a major experience, like a major change for me, going from community college to actual university, you know. One of the changes for me was that community college, you know, you could kind of just skim through, you know, you can skim through your books, your textbooks, and still finish your work. And as long as you finish the work and turn it in, you're okay. University there's no shortcuts. You have to read your materials. You have to know your materials because you don't want to be sitting in class not knowing what people are talking about, you
Right.
know? So that's why when I got there, it's been a long time since I've read, and I'm not a big reader, but I actually had to read, and I learned so much more new stuff, you know, reading from a textbook and actually knowing and, you know, discussing in class, interacting with other students, because you got to see how people's different perspectives.
Right.
You know, you got to share your opinions. You know, and it's kind of like an unbiased environment. You know, because people can say whatever they want. You know, and that's your opinion. You know, and people can't judge you for that. And that's kind of like the thing that I liked. You know, it made me really open up my mind and like actually think like, wow, this is different. You know, it's an actual real discussion. Well, I went through what do you call transfer. You do a transfer, and what they have for transfer students is they have you know the same thing, prerequisites that you have to finish before you get to a university. You have to finish up those prerequisite classes and make sure to maintain a good GPA, at least a 3.0 GPA at least. You know, so that way you can get into, you know, the university of your choice. Always do a campus tour of each community college you want to go to, because that will make you decide where you want to go, because each college is different, has a different environment, has a different feel to it. So you have to go with something that you think is right for you. And that's basically what happened when I went to Cal Poly. Like, I went, and once I saw the campus, I fell in love with the campus. And I knew it was like, I knew this is where I wanted to go. What keeps me going is, well, I'm a single mom. You know, I'm a single mom, and it's really hard when you're a single mom because you have so much things going on. You're a parent. Your first responsibility is, you know, your child. Well, at least for me it is. And then comes education, because you want to be a role model for your children. You know, if they see you in school, and they see you studying, they see you doing, you know, thinking about school, then, you know, they get that from you, because they say, oh, you know what, my mom is studying, or my dad is studying, you know, like, I want to go to school too, you know. So you have to be a role model, you know, in order for you to keep going. And that's just kind of like what I went based upon, which I just had to tell myself, you know, like, I have to be a role model for my people, to let them know that if I can do it, you can do it, you know, because in this world, anything is possible. So as long as you put your mind to it, you can do anything. You know, it's just a matter of, it's up to you. That, you know, if you want to have this education, you know, just keep going. You know, don't let anything come in your way, or don't let anything distract you. Just keep going, and, you know, you'll be done. Because in the end, it'll be all worth it. You know, like, for me, that's what I think. It'll be all worth it once I'm done. And then you can also, you get to have, your children get to have, you know, a good life too, you know, because they've seen you, you know, through your struggles, through your hard times, but you've overcome those, you know. And that's kind of one of the things that's important, is that you can overcome anything as long as you put your mind to it.